We're also joined in studio now by Democratic Congressman Steve Cohen. Congressman, welcome back home. What a week, what a past 16 days. What have we learned? What have we gained? Anything?
Well, I think we've learned that there's an eternal problem, struggle in the Republican Party between the traditional business-oriented, pro-growth Republicans and the Tea Party Republicans that are anti-government and have a real ideology that is on the extreme. And I think we've learned that government offers many essential services, and government shutdowns are a serious mistake that inconvenience a lot of people economically who don't get a paycheck, who've got to pay their credit card bills and pay their mortgages and live paycheck to paycheck. Even though they're going to get paid, they didn't get paid when they normally do. That people like to visit our monuments and our parks, that Social Security checks are important to people, veterans benefits, opportunity to get visas and passports, and all the other things that could have been and were delayed, possibly inspections on meats and traffic accidents.
Farmers have crops out in the field that have to be
inspected. It, all these things. This cost us $24 billion.
But a lot of people want to know, could the president have done more, though?
He could have, but it would have been wrong. The Democratic caucus met with the president last week, and he made it clear, and a lot of people, Republican and Democrat, agree, he did this for every president and for the structure of our government. President should not be held ransom with a ransom of, you do your job, pay the debt of the United States, which is all monies that Congress authorized. The president can't spend any money that Congress doesn't give him. You do your job and keep the country on a good economic state and good respect, and the dollar strong nationally, and if you do your job, we want something for it. That's crazy. That's like a child coming to a parent and making some great demand. I want my allowance doubled, you know.
So, moving forward, we've been in this pattern of fund the government for X amount, X number of weeks for some time now. I mean, moving forward, what reassurance do the American people have that Congress can get it together? Do you think that that John Boehner gained some credibility with his caucus? Because, I mean,
I don't know what his caucus thinks, because they obviously, all you have to do is ask Lamar Alexander and Bob Corker, both of whom were stars in this process. Bob Corker took Ted Cruz on early and said how wrong he was and that it needed to be something different, that he was wrong to do what he was doing. Lamar Alexander got the negotiations together. Our two senators, Republican senators, were stars. Lamar said this was a mistake. John McCain, the last presidential candidate of the Republican Party, said this was crazy from the beginning. It never was going to happen. You weren't going to take this. Representative Blackburn compared the president's baby, Affordable Child Care Act, to the sequester. Sequester was Rosemary's baby. Nobody expected that to come about. Nobody wanted it.
Well, you're taking it back in time now.
We have less than a minute left here. Speaking about the Obamacare, as it's called, and I know
and that's a pejorative, Alex. It's the Affordable Care Act, Patient Protection Act, and the people that call it Obamacare are playing their hand, and their hand isn't pretty.
But speaking of that health care law, though, a lot of problems during the rollout, and I know you've been extremely disappointed how that's come about.
No question.
Where do we stand there? What needs to be done to fix it?
Makes a wonderful dinner, and the plate cracks. That doesn't affect the fact that the food is marvelous. The Affordable Care Act has got a lot of great things. Stay on your parents' insurance till you're 26. No pre-existing conditions don't stop you. Women are treated differently. Donut hole gets closed. No lifetime caps. No yearly caps. All these things. Because a computer glitch, which is important to letting people see the different health care opportunities and compare costs and get a cheaper deal and a better deal, doesn't work yet. It will work. That's not the essence of the bill. The essential elements are good. The computer thing will work. Just because the plate cracks doesn't mean that the crab dip isn't the best.
All right. Thank you so much.
You know what I learned from Marcia?
What's that?
Denial isn't just a river in Egypt.
All right. Congressman Steve Cohen, thank you very much for your time this morning.